All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFries. To my left, David, that boy, Ruff.
I'm now through 4 Toy Story movies. I didn't know there was a 4th, but there is. And apparently there's a 5th or going to be a 5th. And the biggest takeaway I have is, how did they cast Joan Cusack to voice one of the dolls? It just doesn't fit. And real Toy Story fans, real TS fans will know what I'm talking about.
Will you do a Joan Cusack impression, please?
Oh, Woody, we're here. That sucked. I haven't done that one yet. You might be surprised to learn.
Here, Dylan Shivery, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to intro himself in his Joan Cusack voice.
Hey, y'all.
What?
Okay. I
wouldn't have gotten.
I don't know. I can't. I'm having a hard time even hearing her voice in my head.
It's not totally giving Joan Cusack, but
I like Joan Cusack. I just don't know if I like her in this voice.
I have something to share with the class.
What?
Got a text from Parks' mother about 15 minutes ago.
Familiar with her game?
Yeah. So she's about to leave town, so she actually met Parks at school today for lunch, which is a very sweet thing to do. Anyway, today was pajama day. You got to wear pajamas at school.
Mm-hmm.
Parks likes to sleep in oversized T-shirts in pajama pants, whatever, which is what he wore to school today.
He lampshaded.
TSM.
Yes. And he stayed with me last night. And so I have some old Wash Media shirts.
You hit him with that fajita shirt?
So I got a text from his mom and said, Parks' shirt has has wine on it. A wine bottle.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, yeah. I was like, is he in trouble for that? And I'm thinking, what shirt of ours has a wine bottle on it? And it's definitely the human decanting one.
Hey.
So my son is in his second grade class right now, wearing a shirt that says human decanting on it with a bottle of wine. And of course, we know what that implies.
I don't. I'm new here. What is that?
Father of the Year
Father
award
of
goes
the
to
Year,
you.
right here. Total accident. See, Dave, human decanting is the practice of emptying your bladder,
mm-hmm.
and then with what's that thing called?
Catheter.
A catheter. Thank you. You fill your bladder up with wine.
So basically, your bladder is a siphon.
And then you use your thing as a spout to fill up wine glasses with from your penis.
Your hammer?
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I'm confused. Was the shirt that Dave gave him in the wash? You gave him that if you can't beat it, suck it shirt, right?
The DX shirt, I did not give Parks my I don't think I have that one anymore. I think it might have been thrown out after I was sent home from school freshman year for wearing it. And it's a valid shirt.
Just waiting to get a phone call from his teacher or a counselor or somebody up there.
I really hope they're someone's up there I don't even want to look that up. And then they finally get somebody to look it up and they're like, oh my God.
How old is Parks?
He's 8.
So luckily, I don't think 8-year-olds know what decanting is, and I don't think they'll put the pieces together.
I don't think his classmates will figure it out.
Yeah, they might. If they Google it, they're going to find Succession, and I don't think they're going to be able to go very much further.
I just learned what decanting was a year ago.
Just the wine won't get him in trouble, right? Just the fact that he has wine on his T-shirt, a bottle of wine.
Probably the thing that I think would be the red flag for them.
Me too. Yeah.
But
so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Does he know what? He doesn't understand that, surely.
He knows what wine is because he sees his dad drink it quite a bit.
Really?
Oh.
I'm a wino.
They've been calling you Patrick DeCantlay over here.
That's true.
Watching Scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Scandal season 1, I will ride for. I can't ride for season 2. I thought it sucked. Kerry Washington, what up?
I enjoyed that show.
I thought season 2 was just so over the top. It was I can't get on board.
It's over the top.
I mean,
There's
the first
many
scandals. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Oof. We just
Killing
came up
it
with
over
the
here.
name for our tactical Swiss Army knife bottle opener sandals. We're just calling them Scandals. No one's doing that, but we are.
Yeah, you don't see that anywhere.
With a K or a C?
I don't know. How edgy you want to get?
What if we called him Hey Dude?
Hey, I'm on my Jason Voorhees shit today.
Ooh.
See that? You scared yet, bitch?
You've done a new mug each day.
Yeah, that's the plan, David. Are you paying attention to anything I'm doing?
Typically, no.
I didn't mean to come at you like that.
Yeah, what the? What?
No, I mean,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Why are you all sideways right now?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, I was pointing out. You're doing great.
You're the Tim Taylor of podcast mugs.
You're kind of the Woody Page of the show.
That's what people say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to rely on the bit.
You're the Tony Reale. What's his name? Reale?
I would take that.
He's made
What
a
am
nice
I? What
career
does that
for
mean?
himself.
Can I be the Mina Kimes? More on that later.
I'll be Calishaw.
No offense, you're no Calishaw.
Wow.
Who's your all-time favorite Sports Center anchor?
Dan Patrick.
David?
Keith Olbermann. I just like his political takes. I just
Mm-hmm.
think they're really well thought out and hilarious.
Honorable mention to Kenny Mayne.
I do like Dan Patrick. I call him DP.
Stu Scott.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Loved him.
Kobe comes through. He once called it a badunk-a-dunk. And Kobe threw it down. My friends and I haven't got past that. It was like 30 years ago.
That's good.
Wasn't there there was a period where we had Kenny Mayne and Stu Scott just next to each other, just cooking.
I think Kenny Mayne and Dan Patrick were side by side for a bit too.
Yeah. I think those Venn diagrams
Yeah.
overlapped.
There became a time where I started resenting the Sports Center anchor. When I was like, you know what? You're new here and like you got a cool job, but like you look like you've got a cool job. You look like you're really enjoying it. And like, yeah, I'm jealous. And that's kind of where this is coming
It's
from.
a
but
jealousy play.
It really is.
jealousy
I'm just
play.
being a hater.
Yeah.
They do fine. I don't watch that much Sports Center these days, but shout out.
Yes, you do. I literally put it on almost every morning.
Yeah, you dumb
You're
dumb.
watching Goose videos.
Goose. Yeah, dude. People love Goose. Hey, are you guys ready
Uh-huh.
For what?
for Will's 5-star review of the week?
Dude, that's good.
That's a
That
Randy
shit's-
John.
that shit's
That's a.
gas.
I'm gonna. I got a hat tip Randy for that one.
Randy knows a sound bite.
I know. I think we need to up the board. You know what? I don't want to put more work on Randy's plate because I know Randy's grinding. But I was going through some circling back gifs the other day, and I was having an absolute blast just looking at them.
They're
We got to
fun.
use more of those. Will's 5-star review of the week, special edition. I'm gonna read a couple for you guys.
Oh, you got more than one?
Yeah, there are a couple that I liked. One of them says, "This is from Gray T69."
Nice. Hey. Oh.
Is that you? I hope not. It says rope hat pulls. He notes, my girlfriend only does the sex with me when I'm wearing my green washed arch rope hat now. Thank you, Washed Media.
You're welcome. Welcome for the sex. Congrats on the
5
sex.
stars, by the way. 5 stars.
Okay.
We also have one from Vegan Meat 38. It says mentally soft. 5 stars, though. It says, imagine letting Elon live in your head as rent-free as much as these fellows, in parentheses, Will. Amazing pod. Thank you, Vegan Meat.
I couldn't tell if that was a positive or negative review there.
I think it's a negative. I understand how much real estate Elon owns in my head. I'm not proud of that, but I can confront that this guy is correct. I've pretty much made an entire career off being mentally soft, though. So
Yeah, but as much as we love Twitter, as much as we've loved it over the years, and the fact that it's in his hands
We're
now, he's
stakeholders.
doing screwy stuff with it. You know, it's okay to dislike the man right now.
I like Twitter more without my check mark right now. I feel like I have a weight off my shoulders.
Huh. I just like his exclusive memes.
You subscribe to him?
I do.
And that, my friends, was Will's 5-star review of the week.
Unreal, man.
I know. You're pretty happy with that. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys watched Jury Duty episode 5 yet?
I've watched all of it.
Was episode 5 your GOAT episode?
Remind me which one episode 5 is? I don't remember them.
They might be practicing some lines together.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dave, come on, get there, dog.
Yeah, the hockey playoffs have really taken importance level away from, was it jury duty?
Yeah, you can watch it intermission.
You want to call it the juror. Yeah,
the
I
rural
know.
juror.
I know. I did watch the first episode. I liked what I saw. I'm going to continue with it. I promise. I've got an off night tonight, at least from Dallas related sports. So I will watch an episode tonight. Maybe 2 of them.
I was just late night sports guy last night, just flipping between the Stars game
Me
and
too, man.
and just the Lake Show.
Nothing better than getting dragged into an overtime game and your team doesn't pull out. What?
Oh, chill.
Doesn't
whoa,
pull
I can
out
see-
the dub.
What you do, man?
I could see Sally die inside a little bit when I turned on the the hockey game and it was in overtime. She knew that I wasn't turning that game
Why
off
were you up
anytime
that
soon.
late?
Because I'm a bad boy, dog.
I feel like you go to bed earlier than all.
That's facts. I do. Normally, I'm in bed by 10. Last night we had dinner with some friends. I went home and I listened to the new vinyl that I got in the mail yesterday that you saw, David. And by that time, I was like, well, I can't sit here and just listening to music because my wife will think that I'm on drugs. So I need to turn on the television. And what was on? Lakers Warriors. So I got into it.
No offense, but it sounds like you were on drugs.
I wasn't. I was on 3 Negronis.
If you want to stay up super late tonight, we got the Golden Knights buzzing. So just check them out.
I'm a Stars guy. I'm a Stars guy.
What?
Let's go.
You're a Red Wings guy.
Well, yeah, but they're famously not in the playoffs. So I got to kind of just take what I can
All right,
get.
me versus the field. Fuck it.
Dude, I hate the Kraken. Why I oughta?
I kind of like the name.
Their branding is terrible.
Their
You don't
logo.
like the S?
I think it's terrible.
S stinks. I do like the name.
The colorway is very dope.
I think that they had such an opportunity to do something cool, and I think they just completely bricked it.
Okay.
Ooh, baby, a colorway.
It's a
Every
mythical
day.
creature.
Yeah.
Colorway? Oh, the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Crack house.
I think Loch Ness should get a team, and they should just. I would buy a Loch Ness Monster hockey sweater.
Hey, are we at the Dude Perfect level yet? Because I noticed
No.
on their Instagram they are
Not
trying.
quite.
Fuck. What's he doing over here? They put up an Instagram poll and it's like, hey, do you want to help us name our pickleball team that they own? And they've got like 4 options. I think I chose the Frisco Pandas. I did like that one, but yeah, it's just Frisco Brisket was an option, and it was a picture of a head of cattle. We got to get there.
God,
We could probably do a pickleball team. We get a fun together.
they do fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Good for them. Good for our friend Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Chad's fine.
I have no regrets about leaving, by the way.
Chad's
Dude Perfect.
fine.
Just putting that out there. We
Thank
left
you
on
for-
good terms. So
Thank you for coming back to Wash Media. We really needed you.
it's fine. Yeah. Happy to be here.
Very cool.
Well, Dave, now that you've left Dude Perfect, you kind of have some more free time, which means you can spend more time in your yard. Right
There you
now,
go.
you can feel that weather warming up, baby. We're officially out of cold air, warm car season, and we're just officially in warm weather season down here in Austin, Texas. I love when the weather starts to warm up. Getting out in the yard, digging in the garden. It's one of the best
Ooh.
parts of spring, baby.
Walking through that plush green yard with your bare feet, man.
Dude,
Ooh-wee.
Sunday Lawn Care makes it easier than ever to enjoy that lawn, my friend. Sunday's everything you need to get the lawn that you've dreamed of. This spring, go to getsunday.com/steam and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn. No trips to the store or hauling heavy bags since they ship it straight to your home. You just need a hose to apply Sunday, and you can fertilize your whole lawn in less time than it takes to watch an episode of your favorite TV show. Might be Jury Duty episode 5. Who knows?
Could be.
Could be. Could be.
I've been getting joy out of the little spray bottle that has the dandelion weed killer. Just walking around, just spot treating. It's pleasing.
Just murdering weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get rid of them, man.
They
Gotta
see
get
Dave
rid of 'em.
hovering over them, they're shaking.
Buy weeds.
Hey, bye-bye.
Mm.
They only use ingredients you can feel good about. No harsh chemicals, no long waiting periods, or trying to keep your kids and pets off the lawn. Simply apply, let it dry, and you're back to enjoying your yard. And full season plans start at just $109. For a limited time, Sunday's offering our listeners 50% off your first box. So you can get started today for as little as $55 when you go to getsunday.com/steam at checkout. That's 50% off your first box at getsunday.com/steam. Randy, we ran a poll yesterday. This poll asked if we should share some Taylor Swift memes from the Circling Back Instagram account that maybe didn't make the cut for the Wash Media account. Do you want to tell the people at home how that poll panned out for everybody?
I don't know.
It's about 90 yes, about 10% no.
I believe it was Yas.
Say it with your heart.
Yossify it.
Yas.
There you go.
Very nice.
There you go. What, Dylan? Is that gonna hurt you when we launch this meme album?
He
No,
yossified it.
no. But like, why would anyone vote no? I mean, it hurts nobody. You know, just
I
vote
think
yes
I voted
and-
no, actually. if
I
I'm
think I
gonna be
probably
honest
voted
here.
yes. I voted yes. But like, there's no reason to vote no on something like that. So it's not like people really want it. It's just like, why not get it?
You're
You know what
Dylan.
I mean?
Do an impression of when you see a dog at the bar.
Oh, God.
When I see a dog at the bar?
Yeah.
Hey, come here. Oh, that's so good. That's what I do. You got to see the face too. YouTube. Check it out.
Dogs are
Oh, yeah.
bad.
YouTube.com/circlingbackpodcast or something.
When
Just
I'm at a
Google us.
party, catch me petting the dog. That's where I'll be. In the corner.
I almost got arrested going through TSA because like the bomb sniffing dog, he like came up to me and I just like got down and started petting it.
There is a guy at the gym this morning with
No.
with a t-shirt on
No.
that said lift heavy, period, pet dogs, period.
That's so swag.
Lift heavy, pet dogs. All right. Fucking
That
narp.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I don't know if he
Was he
deserves.
big?
He's literally talking about lifting heavy.
He was in pretty good shape. Yeah. Probably in better shape than me. To
Big
be
content guy likes lifting heavies.
honest. Different. We're talking about different heavies, though.
heavies.
Yeah. This guy's talking weights versus what he's talking about.
I like the idea of like a big strong dude at the gym wearing like he knows it's the worst shirt he could possibly put on. And he's just he wants somebody to say something or
Yeah.
wants some guy with a podcast to bring it up to thousands of people.
Can you ask that guy for a link to the shirt? I want to wear it to Stagecoach this year.
What shirt did he have on at Stagecoach? That one?
Puppies and wine or something.
Ah.
Which I don't are arguably a better shirt than the gym guy. What did the gym one say? Lift heavy, pet puppies?
Lift heavy, pet dogs.
I mean, like, yeah, there's got to be more to life.
Eat tacos. There's one.
Like,
Feed me queso and show me pictures of your dog.
if that's all you need to be happy, like, you got to step out a little more.
Randy, I think I'm going to give you full clearance right now to mid-episode drop this.
On circling back.
Yeah, and circling back.
No.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do it. I've been logged out of everything, and I don't think I can log back in until I update to iOS 16.
What a buzzkill. Just fucking update.
God.
Update your phone to iOS 16, dude.
We'll wait.
Here, let's do a live update. Let's narrate your live update.
That's good. That's good content.
Instead of doing that, let's kick it over to our guest today. Today we had Mike Golic Jr. on. Should we just kick to the interview?
Yeah.
Mike Golic Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy. We're here today with a recurring guest. You might remember him from our happy hour live days during the pandemic. We're talking to Mike Golic Jr. Mike, welcome to the program.
Guys, glad to be back. It feels like simultaneously forever ago and also yesterday because that's how the pandemic time warp works.
We were just talking about the most depressing moments during the pandemic, and my favorite was Dave's.
Okay. So I've since checked my Instagram feed at DC Ruff on Instagram, but you already know that. Team follow back.
No, you're not.
I did it. No, not always. Depends. But
You're absolutely not team follow back.
yeah, you know,
Team selective follow back.
yeah, I will at least run you through the process. No, I at some point like 2 weeks, no, probably 2 months in, I got tired of not going out, so I put on like a nice denim shirt, tucked it into some jeans, which are also denim on denim. Put on a backward cap, probably the same one I'm wearing right now, and I had my wife take a pic of me in the living room, just kind of post it up on the buffet. And I don't know why I posted it on Instagram, and it did well. Has since been archived. And yeah, that was kind of my. I had forgot I did that until we were talking about kind of our in the trenches COVID era. But Mike, do you have anything that you think about when you look back upon those days?
As far as my personal low, I think I would say it came. So August of the pandemic. You remember all those versus battles that were going on at that time?
Oh yeah.
That was great.
So it was the 2 Chainz and Rick Ross versus battle. And that week in Connecticut, there had been a really bad rash of storms where I was living at the time, and the power got knocked out of my neighborhood for a week. So it's August in Connecticut, which means it's sweltering hot. I'm sleeping butt naked on my couch because it's the coldest room, my living room in the house at that point, but still have been sweating through the night for 5 days now. And so finally I call in a whim at the hotel in town, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have any rooms left? They had one cancellation. And so I went over that night. I had been in my living room drinking rosé out of the bottle, watching Rick Ross 2 Chainz. And I went for that night with the bottle of rosé in a backpack. That's all I took. And I went and I took a bath in that hotel, and I watched Rick Ross and 2 Chainz on Versus. drunk off my ass on
Let's
rosé.
go.
So it was a low that turned into a high.
That's
Nothing
great.
mattered though.
That sounds great.
I don't judge people for that, what they do during that time, but I do have to say, you might be the first person I've heard take a bath at a hotel.
Oh, you guys don't do that? It's a treat.
I no, I guess I don't.
I'm
I don't
typically
know.
staying at like budget inns, Motel 6s. So no, I don't usually hop in the tub, but
I'll get in the tub every once in a while, but I feel like that's a recent thing with a child where it's like, oh, it's easier if I just get in the tub with him right now.
My COVID moment is, I mean, for years and years, I swore up and down I was done with gaming. Like I was just over it. I wasn't the gaming type. And when I was like, I'm never gonna put the gaming headset on. I'm never gonna put the big headphones on and talk to people through, through the PlayStation or whatever. And the shame I felt when I put those things on for the first time, and then I did it every night for like I don't know, a year and a half straight.
And you miss it now.
and got pretty good at Call of Duty.
that
I
was
think.
a fun time for us.
No.
And now I miss it like crazy. I want to go back. I want to let that choppa sing again, Dave.
Yeah, I remember those days, man. You were a menace.
I was texting the squad like,
You,
we dropping or what are we doing?
Mike.
Anyway.
Mike, you've been to two very good events lately. I'm talking about the Eras Tour and the Love is Blind reunion. Which one would you like to talk about right now? Because we would like to touch on both.
Yeah, I mean, we could start chronologically because Eras came first. And really, I had about a 3-week heater because in between those was WrestleMania 39. I've never been into wrestling. I'd never been to a wrestling event, and I got to do that too. The Eras Tour, listen, it's to me, that's going to be the peak of my year. I've been a diehard Swiftie since probably 2012, 13. And I had never seen her live before. So I got to go out and do the show in Vegas. And my God, from start to finish, that woman does not stop giving the people what they need. She is truly at the top of her game right now.
I think we must have been at the same show. Did you go? I don't even know what day I went in Vegas.
I went Friday, so I went the night that didn't have Marcus Mumford come out.
That's the night that I went. Yep. I think I remember seeing you. You posted a photo, and I remember being like, "Oh, I think they're right below. Like they're right down there." But I mean, we had some good secret songs that night.
We did. So we had was it Our Song?
Yes. And
Our
then
Song acoustic, and then we had
Snow on the Beach.
Snow on the Beach, which I felt some type of way about because she made this whole big point of when Snow on the Beach, because that's the song that technically is a Lana Del Rey feature. Although if you can find Lana Del Rey's voice in that song, be my guest. And she made this whole point about how this isn't the kind of tour where we're going to bring someone out. Lana's not coming out and just pubbing her album. And then the next night she brings Mumford out to sing Cowboy Like Me. The nerve.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
I caught Taylor at Jerry World, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Football Cowboys, as you know. And I'm not going to say it was life-changing, but I was gushing because my wife's a big fan, and I did like a lot of Taylor Swift songs. But I left there, man. Cruel Summer's probably going to be in my top 5 when that Spotify rap drops.
Dude, like I wasn't even a Swiftie back then, and it was so exciting to hear like a new song that I just wasn't even into in the first place.
Catching someone live who puts on a really good show completely changed the way you think about their music, like moving forward.
And then when and especially when they like have like the most absurd scene changes, and like the dancers are all like really good. I was watching different dancers on each song, just so impressed when they started riding the bike. Spoiler if you haven't been, there's some bike riding that goes down.
Dude, I thought the bikes were going off. I thought one would go off the stage at some point. I'm surprised that no bike has gone off yet.
I was terrified when the bikes came out for that exact reason, and they're crossing in front of each other. This is well choreographed bike riding.
And we saw like the third show. And so I was like, I don't know if they have this totally down yet. Like they maybe have done this in like an isolated like vacuum, but I don't know if they've done this enough in front of a crowd to just like magically not fall off the stage. I guess they've made it this far.
Well, and like you said, there's a lot of moments built into the tour that are high risk. Taylor does a stage dive through a hole in the stage, and there's this whole big production you can see where it looks like she's swimming underneath it. I'm terrified that she's going to take a header off that thing. And now, are you out 3 or 4 shows? Are the people in Los Angeles in August all of a sudden going to get shortchanged because you've been playing high stakes poker this entire tour?
I think it's kind of a good move to take a dive off the stage on a bike if you're one of the backup dancers. Make a name for yourself. You're TikTok famous immediately.
Well, speaking of one of the dancers making a name for themselves, I don't know if you noticed. So one of the bigger guys, his name is Kalen Saunders, and his younger brother is an NFL defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints. Incredible genes in that family, dynamic movers.
Oh yeah,
Fast twitch only.
Did you see at the Houston show they didn't do bikes, they just rode unicycles?
Really?
No, I made that up.
Damn.
What?
That would be dope if they did unicycles. Unicycles have fascinated me my entire life.
They just did segways.
Yeah, we may as well just upgrade to the Segway or just do Razor scooters. I don't care.
It's a testament to the strength of the tour that you could say pretty much anything was involved in a show, and I would believe it.
I feel so left out of this conversation. I haven't been.
Why don't you go?
I don't know. Is it too late?
Go figure it out, dude.
Okay.
No,
All right.
she's still touring.
All right.
It's not going to be cheap.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have the leverage in this one.
I think that's what's keeping me back right now.
Mike, what era are you in right now?
It's a great question. It's one I pondered a lot in the lead up because the outfits at these shows are such a big part. I ended up going flannel, so I think I would technically qualify in my like folklore Evermore era. So definitely pandemic albums like we were talking about before. I would like to be in my Reputation era though, because as you guys
Facts.
saw the show, that one's big,
Mhm.
sexy,
Mhm.
snakes crawling over naked people. I want to be like a sexy bad boy like that. I think that's
Yeah.
my time.
I've kind of been in my Reputation era. That's what like people have been reaching out and saying, and I didn't realize it until they were saying that. A lot of people, and turns out, yeah, they were right.
Sexy bad boy is actually how a lot of people describe this podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Mhm.
That's what I've often said.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for knowing that.
Yeah.
Will, what are you in?
I'm in my sexy baby era.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Dylan's my monster standing on the hill, but like
Uh-huh.
overall, no. Do you know I stay in my folklore era? Like it's not even a question at this point. If I have a lapse in the car, it's folklore.
What was your guys' experience with the concert girlies? Because the Swifties are a very particular brand of this. Did you guys have a good time interacting with the crowd goers here? What was that?
Well, yes, they were phenomenal. They knew there were multiple people who did not sit down for the entire 3+ hours, which, you know, me, I'm pushing 40 and that's just not in the cards anymore. The lower back's just not going to hold that up. But my best experience or worst was trying to sneak into the men's room, just go to the bathroom before the show. And it's just full of young ladies, full of women in the men's room. And I'm like, okay, I have to use the bathroom. They're all in line here. They're waiting on the stalls. There's no other dudes in there. I've got to go up to the urinal. And like they're all joking and like excited because, you know, the concert's about to go down. And it was just really a weird experience. Just that. But everything else was great. The bar, I don't even know if these people party that much. The bar was open, very easy to get a drink.
The easiest to get a drink. It
I
was
was like,
great.
am I the jerk here who's like doing the double vodka sodas? But
Is that because most of the people there were under 21?
I think they were just. I also think they were just glued to the show.
Okay.
Like they
Yeah.
weren't willing to miss a song to go get a Negra Modelo.
yeah,
got
See,
it,
that
got
was
it.
my question is how'd you approach that? Because I cut off alcohol intake a half hour before the show because I didn't want to pee during that thing. Like I didn't miss a song.
I pulled up the playlist, and so I chose certain songs that I didn't care about seeing, and then I sprinted to the bathroom, and the guys' bathroom had no one in it. My favorite part of the entire like attendance of that show was watching the boyfriends take a million photos of their girlfriends in the aisle of our section.
Mhm.
It was just nonstop of a girl like popping out, posing 5 different ways, and then like looking at the phone and being like, "No, we have to do more." And like the boyfriends just look so beaten down.
Yeah, this is the Instagram boyfriend Super Bowl.
There were
Like,
some
you
arguments.
train all years and lift all them weights so you can get to this
There it
show
is.
and be able to survive.
You can't take a bad photo and then get in like an Uber after. It's just going to be icy in there if she's scrolling through the photos and there's nothing usable.
Heads down, like
Mhm.
fuck.
you can't brick that. I don't think I've worried about a fit that I was putting together for a show like I did for that because my wife, she didn't go all out, but she rocked some sequins, and I was like, man, I originally was going to do some kind of bit. I was like, I'm going to wear like a Micah Parsons jersey or something. And then I was like, you know what? This isn't about me. This isn't about me. So I put on a nice going out shirt and, I went, had a good time, took some pics. Love the LED light.
Do you have any chicken piccata beforehand?
Did not. No, we did. We went to Texas Live, the little spot in between the ballpark and the football stadium. And I think I had a hot dog, which is interesting choice. But I did. I went glizzy pre-Taylor. So a lot of people aren't doing that, but I am.
Mike, do you like chicken piccata? Because it's chicken piccata summer around these parts. Everyone's just eating it.
I do like chicken piccata. I couldn't tell you the last time I had chicken piccata, but if we're going to hop on that wave, I'm happy to be aboard because I'm a big fan.
Yeah. We had White Boy Summer a couple years back, but yeah, all things are trending toward chicken piccata summer. There's a number of people who are doing pescatarian stuff. Will, for example, and they're saying it might be shrimp scampi summer. I don't know how you feel about the scamps, but we've been messing with that stuff pretty heavy down here.
Dude, I hear the Mediterranean's freaking out about a caper shortage this year.
Is that facts?
Yeah, because of the chicken piccata implications.
It's a problem.
I just feel like that's made up. That's not like a real thing.
No, the Mediterranean's freaking out.
I bet I could go find some capers right now.
No, like you can right now, but like at the end of summer, it's going to be an absolute desert.
Got it.
There's going to be a markup.
I'm excited to come back at the end and see you guys buying black market capers.
I got a caper guy in South Austin that I can send you guys to if you need it.
Brett, big game
capers.
Brett Merriman, who does say hello, passes on his best wishes to you. He's the guy. He's got a guy for everything.
Like he's got a caper guy?
He's the guy
probably has a caper guy. Yeah, he's a guy because he once told us he had a keg guy.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what were we putting on a little party here at the new office?
To which I responded, I'm late. I'm in my 30s. I can just go buy a keg.
Yeah.
I don't need
I'm also legally allowed to enter a gas station.
Yeah. So, yeah. You want to do a little reality television talk?
Kinda.
Or what?
Kinda.
Okay.
So, okay, I wasn't a Love is Blind guy. And that's on me. For me, the format is a little different. It's like, it's such a departure from the normal reality television that I watch. And so can you explain for people that aren't big Love is Blind people what happened at this reunion and why it was important?
Yeah. So, and you're right that the format is very strange. And the reason Love is Blind is so potent right now is because we're in the sweet spot. We're early enough in the reality life cycle to where I think there's still some people coming on this show buying into the format. Like The Bachelor and Bachelorette, we're so far past that now. Everyone's there to get famous. There's very clear agendas. The editing is such. But for Love is Blind, people are showing up thinking, all right, this experiment, I can go through and do this. And so, yeah, we get to season 4, which was an absolute banger. You've got 3 couples that actually made it out of the proceedings, which I think is a record for the show through 4 seasons. You've got all this drama around a couple of different members of the cast, Jackie in particular, who we're waiting to see, will she, won't she be at the reunion? And so that night, there was the actual Love is Blind live reunion taking place. Netflix's second live event that they've ever done. And so they're trying to get in on that, capitalize on all the, the attention around this show and make that happen. So that's happening in one place. In another place, they're having a live reunion watch party. So that's where I entered into the equation. Mina Kimes over at ESPN is actually famous and popular. And so she got invited to this event. She had a +1 and asked if I wanted to go because we routinely text about the show. And so I said, hell yeah. So it's me, Mina, and then every reality show person that you can think of in there, Netflix or otherwise, people from Love Island, people from Perfect Match, some Bachelor and Bachelorette folks in there. And they're all sitting around waiting for this thing to start. And it's supposed to start at like 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, something like that. And we're sitting in there. They're getting the crowd hyped. There's hors d'oeuvres, not enough. I was hungry. And 20 minutes goes by. And we're like, all right, maybe it's like the start of a football game. Kickoff's listed at 8:15, but really it's like an 8:30 kick. And then we get 45 minutes. And now I'm starting to look around and the Netflix people in there are panicked. They clearly look disheveled, so we're not sure what's going on. An hour and 20 minutes later, we get the announcement that they're having technical difficulties, and so they're going to show the live reunion just to us in that room. They used the word embargo. They said, if your cell phone's out, security will come and take it. So now this went from 0 to 60 real quick, and we were on the receiving end of some exclusive stuff. The reunion itself, it was fine. Like Nick and Vanessa Lachey as the hosts, I think really didn't have their best day. The live format was kind of their enemy. And so overall for Netflix had to really hit them where it hurts, because trying to do live when you're decidedly not the live thing and having live go that bad was a wash. But I got to see a bunch of reality stars get drunk and still got the payoff. So worked out.
Oh my gosh. So I've seen one season of this. It was the one with Shane. Which season was that?
Shane was season 2 or 3. They blend together for me a little bit.
It was
but
2.
Shane also did a really chaotic live stream during this one. He seems like he's unwell.
So Shane, this is the first time I had, I became familiar with the show. I was really surprised at episode 1. It just started so quickly. Like people were already getting engaged first episode, but the Shane character, and I found so off-putting that I couldn't. I had to stop watching.
You just quit.
He was. I don't. The guy rubbed me the wrong way, like no reality TV character has ever rubbed me the wrong way before. And I've watched a lot.
Okay, so every day for the rest of your life, you have to do one of these things. You either have to watch 30 minutes of Shane on television, or you have to watch the Coach Beard episode of Ted Lasso that you famously hate.
Oh, the bottle episode.
Yeah, you hate that. They hate this.
I'm watching that before
Wow.
Shane is allowed in my living room anymore. I
Dylan-
couldn't do it.
I mean, we know you're a Ted Lasso guy. That's through and through. You're Ted Lasso. Dylan hates the Coach Beard episode so much that he said it ruined the series for him. You have since scaled it back.
I didn't say it ruined the series. I said it really detract. I mean, it really took away. I was enjoying the show so much. That episode, it was so unlike anything that we had seen before from Lasso, and I was so confused why they had to do that. You later explained that they were like kind of obligated to like squeeze some extra episodes in, and that anyway. I have since continued watching. I'm caught up, and I'm really enjoying it again.
That's congratulations.
But that one episode really threw me off.
Can I ask? I think the more important question for me is, because I understand the beard. Like, it wasn't my favorite, but I also didn't hate the beard episode. I didn't have that strong a reaction. What my big question with people is, how did you feel about the Christmas episode?
Fantastic.
Okay.
I absolutely
as long
loved
as
it.
we're square there.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was one of the better episodes of television I'd watched in the past few years. For
I
sure.
think
Loved
I can solidly say that the Christmas episode will be played on Christmas in my household for a long time to come.
we love Ted Lasso because it's such a feel-good show.
Yeah.
That episode, the Christmas one, was like as feel-goody as it gets. The beard bottle episode was not at all like the rest of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it just threw me off so much. It was just so unlike what I was used to watching from that show.
Some people take creative risks. It's okay.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
People still complain about like the Sopranos concept episode where like Tony becomes he's in a coma and he becomes like an insurance salesman, a completely different person, and that's the entire episode. It's just him like in his coma dreams.
I
And,
don't
like,
even remember that episode. I think I blocked it out.
It's pretty wild. And then you have the Breaking Bad, you have the Fly episode.
Least favorite episode for me of Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was the only one
Really?
that I like kind of walked away from, and I was like, that kind of spiked my anxiety. I don't really like it.
I get it.
I feel like the only show that did and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys watch The Leftovers at all?
Yes.
I haven't.
Dave's the only one.
So the assassin episode, which I feel like qualifies as a concept episode, was to me one of the best of the series.
Dude, that show, how long ago? It feels like about a decade ago, but I can't even remember that one that you're referring to. I don't even remember how that show ended. I stuck with it. It's one of the most wild shows I've ever stuck with. But yeah, like I don't even remember that one.
Hey, Mike, a few minutes ago, you mentioned Love Island. Have you taken the dive into the world of Love Island yet?
I have not. I've been getting the pressure from Mina and others on that front too, and I haven't taken the plunge. Is it worth it?
It is, and I'm going to speak for all of us here. I think it's safe to do at this point. It is by far our favorite like reality dating show. It's simply Love Island UK. If you're going to watch, do UK. The one in the US is not as good.
We're reformed Bachelor alumni.
We were big Bachelor, Bachelorette guys. We were. We used to cover it on a podcast. We have now started covering Love Island UK. You have to give it a shot. It is a commitment, though. I mean, there are 60 episodes in Love Island UK. It's on several nights a week, pretty much every night. But it is so good. You got to give it a shot.
All right, that's good to know because I, like you, am kind of, I think, reform. I didn't have the term for it before, but reformed or retired Bachelor watcher because I don't have the same love for the game there anymore. So I will give this a shot. I want something new to sink my teeth into, and this has come highly recommended by so many people,
Good.
now yourselves included.
Yeah, if you watch half a season of it, you'll wonder why you ever watch Bachelor, Bachelorette.
I need
that
Mina
good.
Kimes to have a burner account tweeting about Love Island all the time. I feel like we're not getting enough Love Island content out of her.
Yeah.
It's wild to see her in that room of people because Mina has such an infinite knowledge of football and is so well versed in that. Watching her rip off, because I'm walking around this room and I recognize a couple of people, and Mina's just like, oh, that's so and so from that. He's from the circle. They were on Perfect Match. She's got
Wow.
it
She's in
all
the
down.
game.
She's like the way Mel Kiper hits the draft board. She just right off the dome is going through all these reality sharks.
Oh,
She's
that's
gifted.
incredible.
The Mel Kiper of reality dating television. Love that.
I watched my first season of Love Island. We just did Love Island UK, and I had to hear these two talk about all the previous seasons, the Tommy Fury season, all the names, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch. And we're like, all right, well, let's do a show on it. And I loved it. And I'm hoping it wasn't just like because it was different. I'm hoping season 2, when they're gonna start in June, I'm hoping that hits the same. But dude, I was skeptical because it is such a huge time commitment, but could not recommend it more.
It's a
Can
great
I ask what the best thing about it is?
I think for me, it's the juxtaposition of the guys wearing swimsuits with their Yeezys at the pool.
It's a good
All
look.
right, two things in my opinion that make it so great. One is like the camaraderie that mostly the guys and the girls, they really become really close friends. The guys in particular, they just like lad out with each other.
They gas each
And
other
it's-
up for
and it's-
everything.
They do, and it's really, really fun to watch. But the format of the show is what creates so much drama.
It's perfect.
It feels like it's much more organic than Bachelor, Bachelorette, which is like feels so scripted and it's so edited. This is much more raw feeling, but like the way like they have these couplings or recouplings, and they're designed to leave people out. And if you get left out, you get sent home. They'll introduce 2 new guys to the group who are like hotter than the other guys that are already there. And that just throws a wrench in everything. And then there's another recoupling, so people are getting shifted around. It's drama, but it's also like, okay, these people really have built a bond with each other, and it's just fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually leads me to something I've been kicking around for a while, and I want to see if you guys can help me flesh this out, because I think, and I've noticed as now I've moved for the first time in my like adult life post 30, making adult male friends is hard.
It's work.
Guys aren't necessarily good at that. And you just described one of the best side effects of reality dating shows. And the same thing happens on Love is Blind is you spend so much time either in the Bachelor Mansion with these guys or in Love is Blind in the pods with these guys. You end up, they're more excited to see each other when they finally get to the outside world than they are the women they were talking to. And so what I think we need to do is create a service that tricks guys into thinking they're signing up for a reality dating show, but really they're just hanging out and meeting a new group of dudes that are going to go on and become their friend in whatever city they've moved to.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Like one of these guys will, for example, like he's really into like one of the girls, right? And he finally kisses her for the first time. He goes back and he tells the group of guys, like, yeah, we kiss. And it's like you're like a locker room after a win, like winning a football game. It's just like they're dogpiling on this guy. And it's like everyone's so excited for him. And it's a scene. And you feel good about it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
And-
100%.
Yeah.
And combined with the English slang
Yeah.
that you learn, like you're like, oh, yeah, okay, I got to start working that into the
Yeah.
rotation here,
Yeah.
which we have.
I didn't know that kissing was called lipsing over there.
Didn't either.
Yeah, they lipsed.
What?
Yeah,
Lip sync.
apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And snogging is a big one.
Snogging,
You'll
big
hear
one.
snogging a lot, which means making out.
Wow.
Good
I
stuff,
do
man.
appreciate how literal some English slang is. Like, there was a British girl that played lacrosse at Notre Dame when I was here. And when we went to like the garage, she was like, oh, like that's the car park. I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
actually
you'll pick up plenty of British slang if you watch the show, and it's
And-
really entertaining.
And to your point about like the guys being more excited to be around the dude, like the other guys, there is a storyline in the last season where near the end, when it's like the final like 4 or 5 couples, one of the guys like gets called out because he's spending all of his time with his like 2 other buddies in there, and like not enough time with like the beautiful young lady who's like in love with him.
We've all been there. I once had a girl in high school tell me, Will, I'm breaking up with you because you like playing FIFA more than you like being with me. And I kind of looked around and I was like,
Fair point.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm 16. Like I don't know. Like you're kind of right. I do enjoy doing this with and I mean, I don't get to play FIFA with the boys anymore. I'm glad I took advantage when I could. Hey, I have a question. Yesterday we had a segment where we talked about our ideal peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and based on the ice cream that I've seen you eat and just your Twitter timeline in general, I know that you have good taste in food. What would your ideal peanut butter and jelly sandwich look like, brands included?
Brand. So it's weird. Peanut butter, I kind of go around robin of mostly what looks most aesthetically pleasing to me at the store. I generally skew, like, we're going to go types, like go, kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus, species, all that stuff. I'm going to skew like Jif or Skippy more often than not.
Okay.
I want the one that says natural on the label, so it makes me feel less like a monster, even though I know I'm lying to myself. I'm going to usually go smooth over chunky, although recently, I'm talking the last year recently, I've come to appreciate chunky peanut butter in a different context. That's usually for banana snacking.
There you
when
go.
I want a little crunch with peanut butter on top of the banana, or if I'm just going to eat it raw out of the jar, I go the crunchy for that. I see some nods. Are we in agreement there?
Yeah.
That might be how I operate. That might be how I operate moving forward. I actually really like this because I'm a creamy boy on the sandwich, but I do like the idea of some crunch on the banana.
I might be the world's biggest peanut butter fan. I eat it every day. I absolutely love it. Jif Extra Crunchy is my go-to. Sometimes I'll just take a spoonful of it in the crunch. You're right. It's
the juxtaposition.
Just say it.
Is what you're looking
for. It's not the juxtaposition.
It sounds like it is.
I think it might be the juxtaposition.
They like to fit that.
You're
in.
a textural eater.
I am. But yeah, like the more like raw, just peanut butter. The crunchiness is almost a necessity at that point. It adds a lot. Anyway, keep going with your sandwich. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. This is an important part of the discussion. I'd prefer smooth on the sandwich. I do want to lightly toast the bread. I think that texture for me, a little bit of crunch there. I know I've heard of some people who will hit it for a quick second on like a griddle or something like that and do it after. I like to go in with a little bit of toasty bread. That way the peanut butter melts a little bit. You get that extra ooey gooey. And then I like more peanut butter than I like jelly in the ratio. I'm more of a grape jelly guy than I am a strawberry jelly guy. That's how I get down. But I want just enough to where you get that sweetness in there. But to me, the peanut butter is the more important part of the sandwich. And so I go that way. Cut-wise, I'm usually going to go straight down the middle. Sometimes I'll go diagonal, but that's more changing on the day, how I'm feeling in the moment.
I like that.
I knocked it out of the park. I'd eat that sandwich.
Mike, I recently strained a groin muscle changing my son's diaper. I'm kind of curious what the most washed way you've injured yourself recently is, because it's been happening more and more.
Yeah, it's a very recent one for me. So I'm back at Notre Dame this week helping out with something on campus here. It's a project that some current students are working on. And so it involves hosting an event so it's me and my producer from my podcast, who we both played here. We were teammates together, coming back and hosting this event with 2 current members of the Notre Dame women's volleyball team. So we had to go shoot some video stuff on campus that's going to run during the show the other day. And it was over where they practice. And I saw a ball on the ground, and you guys know I can't walk by a sports ball and not pick it up and do something with it. And they see that as an invitation. They're like, why don't we play 2-on-2? So they split me and my producer up. Each one of us had one of the D1 volleyball players on our team. And so I'm like, all right, this will be nice and easy. I don't really have a lot of competitive fire in me anymore. And we start going, and it becomes very clear. I miscalculated that. I am ready to go now. 1,000 miles an hour, bump set Spike Nation, stand up. And it got to the point where my body just went autonomous. I didn't have control, but dove, knees down, tried to slide for one. And I get up, and whole front of my left knee just taken off completely. Skin gone. So you know how the adrenaline can usually take you through that? it was like it was when I was playing. The shower when I got home, where all of a sudden turn on the water, totally forgot about it. Instant burn, instant screech. Not proud of the way I responded in that moment, but having to walk back to the rehearsal for what we were doing the next day with a little bit of a limp because my legs and calves are as sore as they've been in weeks, and I had a skinned knee was really humbling.
Like a spot of blood on like the outside of your pants, just like leaking through.
Oh, I banged it into a table the next day at the rehearsal, and it was like the Family Guy Peter Griffin, like 30-second move.
That was your flu game.
Oh, he's one of us. I love it. That's great.
What's next for Mike Golic Jr. in 2023?
2023, let's see. I'm going to try and get to one more Taylor Swift concert.
Love that.
She's coming out to SoFi. I'm Los Angeles based now, so I'm going to try and get to one of those shows there. I know it's going to cost me another kidney, but God gives his toughest battles to me, his strongest soldier, so I'll survive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm excited. I'm calling college football games on radio for Learfield, and it's probably my favorite thing I do, like getting to go around to college places and check everything out, mostly because I get to eat everything in these college towns. I really want to go back to Oxford, Mississippi. It's one of my favorite college towns I've ever been in, and it's the only college city I've ever been in where I had 4 separate meals inside gas stations, and they were all incredible. So I'd like to do that again.
Do you ever do any games in Texas?
Yes, I had a Baylor game last year and 2 TCU games. So I got to Waco and got to see what Chip and Joanna Gaines have done in that like one stretch of town where all the Magnolia stuff is.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
You talk about Instagram boyfriends. They also feed there. That's a good spot to take some photos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most of them have been to a Taylor Swift show.
100%. The overlap, the Venn diagram is crazy. Well, awesome, man.
Well, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to hang out with you. I'm sure we'll see some more of you in the future. Where can the people follow you?
At Mike Golic Jr. on Twitter. At Gojo Show is the Twitter handle for the podcast. That's on all social media. You can check that out wherever you get your podcasts. Also, daily sports podcast. We're about an hour a day. Give you a little bit of everything, occasionally some peanut butter jelly sandwich and reality TV combos. So if you love this podcast, you might also like us.
Perfect.
You're the man, Mike. Thanks for hopping on with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
Talk soon.
Thanks, fellas.
Oh, man.
Mike always brings it, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Just a consummate professional. I'm jealous of his like TV radio voice.
I'm jealous of his energy.
Very articulate.
I know. He doesn't even have to fake his voice like you do.
I know. It's just natural.
It's so natural to him.
Naturally, all like so professional.
Yeah, he's good. Good.
Well, before we get into the rest of the episode, let's hear from our friends over at Athletic Greens. It's literally a product that we use every day. You look at my sink right now, you're going to see a cup, some Athletic Greens residue in it, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I stay
That's
on
how you
that.
know Will's been here.
We started taking it because, we want to optimize our immune system. We don't like taking pills and vitamins, like a million of them. It's not fun. We wanted a supplement that actually tastes great and works. We're all about that gut health.
I was saying this yesterday to Dave. Like, there are a few days here and there where I forget to take my Athletic Greens in the morning.
Couldn't pay me to forget.
And I just feel so off. I feel like I'm missing a huge part of my day.
Yeah. Dude, Sally was trying to talk to me the other day before I had my Athletic Greens, and I stopped her. I was like, don't talk to me before I've had my AG1.
Not my best self.
When I forget my AG1, I kind of feel like the aging one. You know what I mean? Don't lay out on me in the head.
Yeah, I do.
Hold on, they just understood it.
Thank you,
they
guys.
Just got it.
It's a meta ass.
They just got it.
That's good, man.
If you're not familiar with AG1, it's lifestyle friendly. So if you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, whatever, you can make it work. Dylan, this is big for you. It contains 1/20th of what a Sprite contains in terms of sugar content.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, very small amount, just less than 1 gram of sugar, so even less than that.
You just don't need all that sugar, man.
You don't. It costs less than $3 a day. You're investing in your health, and that's cheaper than a cold brew habit, and it's cheaper than getting all the supplements yourself. So go make it happen. It's just a small micro habit with big benefits. It's the one thing you can do every single day to truly take care of yourself. They've got over 7,000 5-star reviews. Professional athletes use it. Tim Ferriss, Michael Gervais, they're using it too. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-boosting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/circling. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/circling to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Dude.
Can I point out the way Dave censored himself during that ad read? He said meta S instead of shit because he didn't want to cuss during an ad read.
No, I already dropped like the joke of the year. Why would I need to cuss?
He doesn't need to cuss to sell records.
I'm just saying that was kind of a cute thing that you did.
But I do.
Cute
Dude,
little bitch.
We had Golic on. We had one thing as of yesterday. We really want to talk to him about. We didn't even mention Succession.
Nah.
That's why I was laughing during the read because I saw it on here and I was like, oh, we completely forgot to talk.
I realized it after we got done with it. I was like, we didn't even touch Succession.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I apologize. I need to get out in front of it. This is me typing in a verbal notes app. I didn't mean to not watch it on Sunday, which meant we couldn't cover it until today. I'm sorry. I apologize. I fell asleep. I was tired, boy. Then I got my little D kicked in all Monday morning with the coffee machine issue.
Getting your dick
We
slammed in the
got a
door?
dog throwing up everywhere. Like it's just like, what are we doing?
Oh, dude, were you lifting heavy and petting dogs again? Is that what you were doing?
Facts.
Damn.
And so I
we
finally
get it.
watched, and I have to say, this was an all-time performance from Kendall.
You think so?
I thought it was an all-time Kendall episode.
Kendall and Roman are the actual disgusting brothers. They have taken such a turn.
What scenes are you recalling when you say that? I'm trying to picture like his performance.
Him when Roman starts talking to him about stuff and he just gets like fired up and he's like, fuck yeah, let's fucking
Do it.
fire everybody.
Yeah.
Like he's all horned up for that.
Okay.
When he gets on stage and starts talking about living plus, you can just see the energy coursing through his veins. He's finally living the life that he wants to live and it makes me happy.
He absolutely crushed the presentation. He came out of the gates wobbling. Look, the wheels were about to fly off, but he got them back on and like actually kind of nailed it. The dad thing, anytime you're looking at the screen and talking to a deceased relative, it's a little weird. But it went pretty well for him. Better than expected.
I don't really understand what's going to happen here. I don't like the living plus idea.
Why would they push this right before the Gojo sell?
Because Kendall's unhinged.
I
They
know.
obviously don't like because they made a bad business decision.
Do they still not want it to happen?
No, they're trying
Roman and Kendall.
That's
Correct.
why they're fudging the numbers because they're trying to make an argument that they can go back to Mattson and say we actually need more money. It needs to be more, and they know he doesn't have the capital to go to whatever 195, 196, whatever it is. So they can't just nix the deal because they have a duty to the shareholders, right, and the board. So the whole thing is just them like going in a roundabout way to tank this deal to get Mattson to back out.
Yeah.
Am I saying it Mattson or Maston? It's Mattson.
Mattson.
The T is first.
Mattsson.
I knew a Maston.
If I'm not
in college.
incorrect.
Okay. But it's quite enjoyable. Shiv is doing Shiv things.
When is she gonna tell Tom that she's preggers? He's got to know.
You're gonna have to watch the show. I don't know.
She's like,
Fucking Sally over here.
she's got to tell that player. I like to see them smushing. That's
Dude,
great.
Their dynamic is weird as fuck, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm liking that they're volleying back and forth right now.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
I want them to end up back together.
I need her to stop talking to Mattson though. Like I full stop talking to Mattson. You don't need to be doing this. I don't like that she's like helping it.
Giving him insider information.
I think we need our man Mattson to get a likable role next. A role where he didn't like kill someone or isn't trying to fuck over people and stuff, you know. I would like to what's his name again?
Skarsgård.
Yeah, we need Skarsgård to get like a hot boy role.
Like to play like a male model who dies in a freak gasoline fight.
Exactly.
Something like that.
He needs to do the McConaughey thing where like he was trying to do serious roles and then he was like, wait, I can make millions of dollars just doing rom-coms for a little bit
There it is.
and then turn into a motivational speaker.
So something that's gone on since season 1, comes about like once or twice a season. Have you noticed that Kendall is like a sneaky fan of like hip hop? Like
Yeah.
in the car and like those are like strategically like last week he comes in Jay-Z Takeover, a famous diss song to Nas. And then he comes out last night to a Public Enemy song. And somebody pointed out, like, yeah, Kendall Roy's got, his rap fandom. It's very clever. And also it's based on, this is based on the Murdoch family. One of Rupert Murdoch's sons apparently has like this hip hop obsession and owned like a record label. And that's who they're basing it
That's
on.
great.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
Well,
That's
Kendall does like, I mean, what's his actual name? Jeremy Strong. Jeremy Strong, like he tries to, I don't think he goes like full character actor, but I think he gets pretty damn close. And so I think that's all part of it. Like he comes up with that kind of stuff. He comes up with the attributes of Kendall that he wants to influence on the show.
It's such an excellent character.
It's perfect. And it makes watching it so much more enjoyable because I'm like, he's so into this. He loves it. But I'm a Kendall stan.
Yeah.
There's an article on The Guardian. When James Murdoch was a hip hop mogul,
How did he not buy the Wu-Tang record before Shkreli did?
he owned Raucous Records, RAWKUS. That's
Yeah.
a great question.
That was like a legit label. Are they not around anymore?
I don't know. I need to follow up, but it is a pretty funny thing.
Wasn't
to
that
know.
what like Talib Kweli and
Yes.
Mos Def were on?
Yeah,
Black Star?
that's what we're
How do you
seeing
know
here in the
this?
photo.
Because you're sitting in the presence of someone who literally took the history of hip hop.
Oh yeah.
He was a raucous gentleman.
People forget about that.
That's right. That's right.
God, dude.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We got to talk Roman.
What about him? Unhinged? He's making some real knee-jerk decisions.
Don't really like this side of him. He's really acting out. Clearly, he has not. He's dealing with grief.
Second time you fired Jerry in like
I'm not dealing with
a
Grace. You're
week's
dealing
time.
with Grace.
He's got to stop. He's got to stop firing Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry, I feel like Jerry could pretty much sink his ship at any moment because screenshots, things of that nature.
Jerry needs to be the CEO of this company.
Yeah,
I think she would be a good one.
Did she do a poor job managing the DOJ thing? It didn't seem like it.
no,
It's all been swept under the rug at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she needs to be CEO.
Yeah.
I loved
Jerry.
the speech, or I loved the little exchange right before Kendall hit the stage.
Oh, with Carl?
Dude, Carl did not like Kendall's vibe.
That was some alpha shit.
Yeah.
I fuck with Carl now. I
Dude,
think Carl can
Carl's
run the
great.
company.
I need to holler at Carl's optometrist for those glasses he's been stunting in this season. He's
They're
looking
swag.
good.
Their swag.
He's looking so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Carl.
Uh,
Were you saying that you've been calling him Hot Carl because he's been looking so good lately?
Yeah. He's a hot older man.
What, Randy? Are you being gross, Randy?
Manny, grow up, dude. Get your mind out of the gutter.
why don't you update your phone, buddy?
Yeah, that was a great scene from Carl.
Wasn't expecting it. Like I thought he was.
basically like, don't fuck with me.
I
just
thought
two
I
guys
literally
with the-
thought he was groveling until he was just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Just two guys just holding each other's dicks,
Yeah.
just playing a game of dick chicken,
Mhm.
dicking,
Sure.
fucking.
Call me Charles. I don't know what we're doing.
No, it's
Charles
fine.
Dickens.
We're doing it.
Overrated or underrated? Charles Dickens. I think over.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Did you ever read any Dickens?
Yes,
I didn't.
A Tale of Two Cities. Two.
Starring Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan.
That wasn't in your curriculum. What books did you read in like sixth grade English literature or whatever?
We did Of Mice and Men. I don't know which grade it was.
I did that in
around there.
ninth grade, which it felt like I should have done it sooner than ninth grade. I'll admit.
I forgot the other ones. I don't know.
If Lenny kept that thing on him.
Lenny didn't fuck around.
That was a sad story, man.
It was, man.
Yeah.
It was.
Mm.
It was. I didn't read any book cover to cover in high school except for Of Mice and Men because it was 115 pages.
It's a good story.
Hated reading.
Yeah, I read that. What's it called? Cliff's Notes. Oh man, how did I get out of high school?
How did Cliff read all these books?
This guy. It was still around.
Think Cliff was a fan of the Blue Man Group?
We're moving on.
It's a nice segue. Are we like basically best friends with the Blue Man Group at this point?
I need to slide into their DMs today. I did not realize that the Blue Man Group quote tweeted us earlier this week, and I have to say this is a very big moment for everyone at Wash Media. I think we should pop a bottle of champagne at some point today. We tweeted the other day that there was a Blue Man Group themed meetup. I don't know what this meetup actually was, but a bunch of dudes dressed up in Blue Man Group garb, and they went out to bars together in Columbia, Missouri, the alma mater of Michael Weiner, who went to the journalism school there. Very cool.
Will. Thank you.
Yeah, good to have you, Micah.
Yeah.
Dylan, I would like to be included on future Blue Man Group meetups.
Why did they throw the shade at the guys who are just super fans? The wannabe meetup. It just feels a little.
Yeah,
bit.
what's that about?
Yeah, like
they're paying homage.
what if we had a
Yeah.
bunch of like backers get together and like do a meetup without us there? Like we wouldn't throw shade at that. I'd be like, yo,
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
we just had Mike Golic Jr. on talking about male friendship in your 30s, and we got these guys out here making it happen.
They're putting themselves out there, taking a chance. Go to this meetup dressing all in blue and just make some friends.
Okay, like hypothetically speaking, you walk into a restaurant, you go to the host stand, and you're like, hold on, what's going on here? And you look around, you just see a bunch of bald dudes painted blue. Are you staying at that restaurant, or are you leaving that restaurant and going to one in walking distance?
A different way to ask a similar question is if you're the manager of this establishment, you walk out and you're like, oh, so this is what's going on today. Are you thrilled about that?
You're probably not thrilled about the cleanup after, where there's a bunch of blue everywhere.
You're just mopping up blue paint for the next few days.
Like, do they leave blue? Like, you know how like girls have lipstick on their glasses?
They're
Like, do
all
they have
blue?
little blue things on their glasses?
Probably so.
Did they go full body? So like, if you happen to like pull up to the urinal next to one of them and you glance over because you're just curious.
They probably don't paint their dicks blue, Dave.
That's not what I'm
that's
talking
you're
about.
asking. Okay,
No, something like their thighs.
that's not going to make much sense.
You wouldn't do it if you had the blue paint. You wouldn't go all out. May as well have a blue dick.
Yeah, you may as well. You're right.
Better than blue balls.
We all been there, brother. Blue balls.
I don't think I ever have.
They don't actually turn blue, Will.
Oh, then maybe I have.
The mountains do though.
What if they really turn blue?
Be a problem.
Your
You probably have
balls?
a disorder of some sort. It's not getting blood
It's kind
flow.
of just telling you. It's like a signal to. It's like the bat signal, but it's like the crank signal.
What is the crank signal? If
When
you
your
had to
balls
put a
turn blue.
symbol into the air,
Like the
though,
Coors Lights, when they turn blue, that means it's ready to drink. When
The
your
ball's
balls turn blue, it means you're ready to.
you're about to go on the DL for Tommy John's. Get that forearm inflammation.
Mhm.
Okay.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
The Blue Man Group. This is sick.
Uh,
man.
if any backer shows up to the next meetup we have in full Blue Man Group garb, you
Drinks all
will.
night.
Yeah, you're on the watch tab.
Dude,
Congratulations.
I can't believe there's not more chicks at this bar.
They might be. They might have just shaved their head and you can't tell from the
Maybe.
distance.
Maybe.
That's funny.
That's crazy that there's not like a bunch of supermodels hanging out with the Blue Man Group wannabes. Come on, be better, Blue Man Group. Come on.
Dude, none of these guys went home alone. You know that,
Well,
right?
maybe they had a
Dude.
Blue Women group at a different.
the,
Hey.
That's fair.
the neighboring bar, yeah.
What if like this would be a good bachelor party bit where instead of like wearing like everybody wears the male romper or like the same Hawaiian, you just all go Blue Man Group.
You think they talk to each other there? Because they famously don't speak.
They
See,
only
that might be the worst. But
Yeah.
that would be what would make me leave the restaurant if it was dead silent in there and they were all doing like,
They're just miming with
yeah,
each
it's
other?
like no, we're not doing that.
They
Miming's for
only,
nerds.
They only talk through percussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they only talk through trash cans with blue paint on top of them and drum them.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna give you this cup of water, but you can't flip it over and bang on it because we've got other people here who aren't with the wannabe meetup. And just like that's what it looks like.
GIF that.
Exactly what it looks like, yeah.
It's time for This Weekend in Fun, presented by Roback. If you use code BACKER20 at checkout, you can get 20% off everything on Roback's website. Dylan is currently wearing a Roback polo.
I am.
Dave is currently wearing Roback joggers. Your boy right here, I'm wearing Roback shorts. We are
Wow.
robed out.
You
and
don't see
grooving.
that.
Nah. We went 3 for 3 today.
You don't see 3 different Roback garments on 3 different people at the same time.
You
like
gotta
that.
love it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Backer 20% off at checkout. We love their stuff. The polos are always in play.
Dude, what if
Polo season.
we should convince them to do like a Wilmons polo for us or something?
Oh, interesting. That's a good idea. Huh. Yeah, backer 20.
Go make it happen. Dylan, what are you getting into this weekend?
Got a pretty low-key weekend. I got Parks all weekend. His mom will be out of town. Pretty excited about that, honestly. Going to be a low-key Friday night. He's got a soccer game Saturday morning.
How's that going to go?
Trying to find that first dub. Might be the one. Got some family coming up to watch him play, and then we're going to spend the day with family, and I don't know, might mix in a beer or two.
How many Zoc cards are you going to play?
Hard to say. But that's up to me, not you guys.
Well,
That's all I have,
I
man.
would say so.
Just if I decide to play the Zoc card more than once, you're gonna have to accept that.
Just don't tell us.
Okay. That's all I got, man.
What's that boy getting into?
Ooh, man. At the moment, currently actively seeking a golf invite. So if you're in the Austin area, I'm willing to go, I don't know, depending on how nice the course is, I'll drive 20 miles. That being said, no plans. I'm going to hit golf balls at a minimum. Last week, had to hit off the mats. Not great. Not a great feeling. What's the opposite of a nut moment? Because that's
Wait.
what that was.
You hit balls at Matt's El Rancho,
No, it's different. Yeah, they put in a simulator in that back room.
and then you nutted? You said nut moment. What?
And I was also painted blue. It was a really weird night. Things got out of hand. A dangerous
Please
night.
don't illustrate that, Ricky.
Yeah, please don't. There's a number of things that could be wrong. with
He's
that.
already busy. He's already busy today doing our Met Gala fits.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Really
yeah.
excited for Dylan's to come through.
Mine's gonna be sick.
What? Oh,
Oh,
Randy knows he finished them.
I would love to see them.
What's the status on that update, Randy?
They're right here. Okay.
Randy's live tweeting his update.
Look, man, I'll be around. You might see me out. Only thing on the schedule that's certain: soccer Cubs, 9 a.m. But that's Sunday. Other than that, I'll see you around town.
Dave's is funny. I'm looking at the
I'm excited.
photoshops right now.
Big weekend. Retail Therapy does Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to the Kentucky Derby. Very excited. We're going to pop into Old Forester, do a little distillery tour. We're going to do a bourbon tasting at a steakhouse. And then the next day, we're going to the Kentucky Derby, baby. I'm
Who you
very
backing?
excited.
I'm
I
a little
don't
jello,
know.
man.
If I've learned anything, I've learned two things in the last year about betting on the Kentucky Derby. One is that you shouldn't listen to Brett Merriman because he told me I was an idiot last year and my horse beat his horse.
Are any of those horses maybe, I don't know, like were they born in the slop?
That's another thing. So yeah, if you know that one of the horses was actually born in the slop, you choose that horse.
What's the forecast looking like?
The last I checked, at 30% chance of showers, but I'm not too worried about it. The sun always shines.
In other words, 30% chance of slop.
Yeah. And so it should be fun. If you're at the Kentucky Derby, if you're in Louisville, come say hi. Just come holler.
Ooh, Sun Thunder, 50-1. That's a good value play.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see these horses. I'm gonna hop out right now. Ooh, I'm not hopping on two fills because they don't need that apostrophe there.
Oh,
That's just unnecessary. You should probably do a tweet about that.
I was about to say I hope Two Phils breaks its leg, but I definitely do not want that to happen. That's bad news for horses.
Can you scroll down a little bit, Dave? I don't want to scroll down in another man's laptop.
I didn't know you had a horse in the race.
Rocket Can. I don't hate Lord Miles.
Kind of like Cyclone Mischief.
Mandarin Hero.
Cyclones are like notoriously mischievous.
Should we have done real or fake Kentucky Derby horses?
We could.
Yes.
Come Thunder.
Raise Cane at
That's probably not a
50-1.
real
Ooh,
one.
I like Raise Cane. That could be a really fun one down the stretch. We'll see, man. I'm sure I won't bet, and I'm sure I won't watch.
I'll place a bet for you if you want me to.
Will you?
Sure.
All right.
I got nothing to do. So I'd sit there and bet. We're literally going to
rock,
be at the
dude.
Derby for like 10 hours that day.
It's gonna be a long day.
Get your beak wet.
Yeah, if you see me napping in my seat, no, you didn't. I might be though.
Get some action in there, Dave.
I'm thinking about it. Might get a taste, dip my toe in.
Why would Two Phils have that? That bothers me so much.
You need to read the backstory.
Yeah, you don't know if it's possessive.
It could be.
It's not. Because there's two of them.
You're more of a two princes guy.
I don't know the reference, but maybe. Two princes?
Spin doctors.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Do You Know It, a game show podcast hosted by Randy Trimbacki.
I think you should know it is the next one, which I'm very excited about.
Okay, you want to know?
Yeah.
The first Phil that Two Phils is named after is co-owner and breeder Philip Sagan, an advertising exec in Bloomingdale who is still relatively new to the thoroughbred breeding business. The second Phil represents the father of the Sagan's family friend, Jerry LaSala.
See, no one has been like, hey, I noticed there's an apostrophe in this horse's name. Maybe we should amend that, make a little edit. No one has done that yet. And
Well, it's possessive. But both of the Phils own it.
If that's true, then it would go after the S, Dave.
Yeah, but it's talking about each individual one
No,
because if you
it's
were doing
not.
them because they own, I don't know.
It's a mistake.
I don't know. I don't let these things bother me.
I do.
Yeah, we know.
I certainly do.
Will has too many comma splices in his column.
You're a
Shut
big-
up.
You're
Dude, don't
a big
care.
comma splice guy.
Yeah, it's readable.
Nah.
Yeah, people know when to pause in their head.
Well, there's other punctuation that gets the job done
The
as well.
punctuation
Dude, lot
on
of-
Twitter's out of control.
Yeah, people
No,
fucking
Twi-
love. People
people
love my
need to-
diction, dog.
Twitter's different.
People love my diction.
Twitter's shorthand.
You've changed on that.
You want to catch
You're
this
right.
shorthand, dog?
About 7 years ago, I changed on that. Yeah. Come over here, bitch. I didn't mean that. I don't want to fight you. We're friends. For now. All right. Good stuff, guys.
Hey, special thank you to Mike Golic Jr. for coming on. Shout out to Kendall from Succession, and shout out to the Blue Man Group.
And the wannabes.
Bye.